Listen to this. This is the sound of pi. Sometimes I wonder, can we represent pi? If so, then how? One thing I did was to generate shapes with all the decimal values of pi. Isn't it beautiful? So it got me thinking, why to stop here? Instead, let's generate some sound using pi. Sounds amazing, right? This is a beat. This is another beat. Like so, there are a total of 10 beats. Now any number is just a combination of 0 to 9 digits. Our goal is to generate sounds by number. One thing we can do is map all these beats to the set of numbers from 0 to 9. Let's say we assign this beat as 0 and then these 1 and so on. Let's call it as bit number. Now we can create a set of bit numbers. Each bit number has information about its corresponding sound. If we take few decimal numbers of pi and start from first decimal place and play the sound according to the number present at that decimal place. For example, 1 is mapped with bit number 1 and its beat is similarly 4, 1, 5. Now we are set. If you play it, if you see, this is just playing at once. We completely forgotten we have to proceed in time as well. That is, we must have some intervals between beats. If first beat occurs at 1 second in the time scale, then the second beat should occur at 2 seconds in the time scale, and so on. Now we have added the time scale. This is bad. It will play sequentially. It may not sound good, but it is the sound of pi. Indeed, it is endless. Maybe pi is just an endless song. We can stop here and move on, but let's instead seek the beauty further. By simply playing the sound in multiple of its beat number, this change is so interesting, it just unlocks a new dimension. For example, bit number 1 will play once and bit number 4 will play 4 times and bit number 1 will play once and so on in the increment of 1 second. Then we will overlap all these into a single file. To automate all this, I am going for SmartMoon. A really quick overview of Python code. If you don't want, then skip to. I am using Python library PyDub. This is the function which takes input number as string for which we have to generate songs. This function also calls another function which gets all the parts of the beats for specific audio format. Then it calls another function which combines the audio file into one track according to our rule and create an MP3 output file. If you play it, this sounds much better. Now, if you also add the sound of Euler's constant to pi, wait, there is little more to this. Instead of mapping numbers to beats, as we did, we can randomly assign beats to number on every instance. We can even take one step forward and by using non-uniform distribution, we can play the most commonly used beat more than other beats. That is, by selecting randomly beats, we can add a little bias towards certain beats so that they can be played multiple times. Well, that is for another video. If you really like this video, then please support by subscribing to the channel.